This is the download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, October 3rd. First up from Tom Webster at Sounds Profitable, 19.2 ounces of podcasting wisdom. When Liquid Death began producing canned, still, and sparkling water, they stood out in a crowded seltzer market with irreverent language, grotesque artwork reminiscent of punk posters, and the fact that their water came in a 19.2-ounce tall boy-sized can. At Podcast Movement, Tom encountered his first ever 12-ounce can of Liquid Death, the same product but without its competitive advantage, enough water to so-called murder your thirst, or its uniqueness, that being tall boy cans are almost exclusively the purview of alcohol and energy drinks. With the rise of video podcasting, the big question becomes, should an audio-only podcast divide its resources between producing a quality audio-only experience and a quality video experience, be it a video podcast or supplementary video that drives people to the audio? Webster proposes the audio-only side of podcasting should double down on what makes audio special, its ability to be a companion medium in ways that video simply cannot match. Up next, a podcast host and a sales manager walk into a bar. Advertising Week New York is approaching fast, and we're continuing our coverage of panels and events to watch out for next week. This panel includes Ira Glass of This American Life, SVP of NPR sponsorship Scott Davis, and Soundstack CRO Rocky Thomas, who will conduct a panel discussion that bridges the divide between the creativity and the business side of podcasting. To further scope out Advertising Week New York, we have provided a link to the schedule filtered to panels about podcasting. Next up, Amazon to increase the number of ads in Prime Video. According to an interview conducted by the Financial Times with VP of Prime Video International Kelly Day, Amazon intends to increase the number of ads shown to Prime Video viewers in 2025. Ads were rolled out in January of this year, running on Prime Video content, save for users who pay a $3 a month extra premium. A premium that Day says fewer than 20% of Prime Video customers are opting to pay. And finally, transcripts are now available in 8 more languages on Apple Podcasts. Automatic transcripts generated by Apple Podcasts have been updated to include 8 new languages: Swedish, Danish, Norwegian, Finnish, Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, Italian, and Dutch, according to Podnews reporting. The official Apple Podcast transcript blog also notes the system has the ability to detect when more than one language is spoken in an episode and switch on the fly. As for the rest of the news, Podimo has acquired Denmark-based podcast advertising agency and platform PodAds. Q-Code and Reverb are releasing Sightings, a podcast that explores the supernatural and paranormal. Airwave has launched Airwave History Plus, a premium subscription feed. OSHA has launched their new AI podcast creation tool, OSHA Intelligence. And Ophira Eisenberg's Parenting is a Joke has joined Atlas Media's network. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The download is written and produced by Newton Shuttlecotti, myself, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. This episode is hosted on Spreaker. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.